Hey guys, in today's video, we will be explaining the top 10 best brawlers in Showdown, with some honorary mentions for first place, but the number one first place, of course, being, watch the video to find out. 10th place is definitely, in my opinion, Dynamite. Now, the meta is kind of short ranges, but if you are really skilled with him, especially with Giant Jump and the Stunning Gadget, he can potentially be really good. And if you hit both of his shots, they do 3,200 damage. He can three-shot almost every brawler but a Hank. Or, I meant a Frank. Even that with the star power he needs, which gives him 1,000 more health. Now, I am getting jumps, and he does have a lot of counters. But, if you know how to use him perfectly, especially the Dyna Jump, you can probably do a lot of trick shots. And he's one of the best brawlers in, of course, Brawl Ball. And we have Nita in a space or a situation where she's definitely going to die. We get an easy kill on Nita, or, of course, Gus, because Gus is not the best, where she has no skill. Get a kill on Nita. Here comes Angelo. We get a kill on him, but he uses his gadgets, so he survives. And I got double teamed on by a Jay Young and an Angelo, with Jay Young killing Angelo at the end. He still has his fair share of counters, like almost all close ranges, but Dyna Jump, you can use it in a way where it's actually good. Number 9, in my opinion, we got Fang. And like I said, in my opinion. So, if there's something that doesn't match with your opinion, just tell me in the comments, and maybe I'll make a part 2 of this video. We got Fang. Maybe having the honorary mentions actually being part of the tier list. Fang can kill most brawlers, but he comes to a halt against some brawlers. Like in Piper, he does do damage in long range, but it's not like that much. It's like 800, but then he has a super, which he gets by doing damage. And even that, it charges when you do a little tickle damage, which is 800. That still charges a part of his super, actually a lot of his super. And then his super he can just use to get to his opponents. How about we don't mess with the Cordelius, because Cord is no spoilers. Ems is also a pretty good brawler, and she kills me. Like I said, there's a fair share of counters for Fang. Like Ems, his hypercharge is his super. It throws popcorn everywhere, and his super just a dashing into the game. Pretty basic, because he was one of the first brawlers introduced. Now we have Bonnie Psych. We have Allie. Now most people would say she's trash at the moment, but the thing is that Allie is still a pretty good or versatile brawler. She did get nerfed, which doesn't make sense. The only reason she was broken was because of the angelic abilities. Now we have the demonic, so she's broken again. But yeah, why is she good? She jump over walls. Y'all just saw that. She has dashes to run away, and she can go on water. These are like the best traits. And then there's her super. The only thing she got nerfed about her is, I think, her star power, and then her attacks are so much slower. If they literally looked into it a little bit longer and then checked or reworked it after the event, they would have definitely had a different outcome and wouldn't have nerfed her. We get an easy kill on Kit. And there's another Kit coming. He could easily use his super and got a kill on me. But Kits are definitely brain dead, I suppose. And he's, I guess, fighting Lily, which is also a broken brawler. These guys are also mostly meta. Allie has definitely had a significant decrease, and I have a couple hits on Kit, and Kit runs away. Now we have a Lily. I'm just charging her hypercharge. She's just probably happy. She has a super. I use an attack and probably I would have killed her, I'd say. Or maybe even died. But she uses her gadget. I use my super, which gives temporarily invisibility, but bush campers easily kill me. Like I said, in long ranges, Allie's kind of trash. So I get cooked. Now we have Bonnie. Bonnie would be definitely higher on this list if her hypercharger didn't get nerfed. The charge rate is a lot more longer. At least it's not RT level. RT level, his hypercharge, I think, was at a good state, because you can't use it in like games where it's too broken, like solo showdown, because it just takes so long to charge. I don't even know why it got nerfed. I think it'd be good where it was. Her attacks do a decent amount of damage. Her health is also almost like a tank, but that's not her trait. Her damage also has a split shot, which is basically her star power to you. And I missed my shot. Now we're gonna have a hunt to hunt down Mr. P, and Kit jumps me. She does high damage, but of course close range can easily kill her. I can't Bumbles is hypercharged, but she has her other form, which has 3 attacks that do 1,000 damage a couple of times, which is pretty good. Now, this is also going to be a controversial pick. We have Kenji. Kenji is just not really good in my opinion. Brawl Ball, psych. We're not going to do it in Brawl Ball. How about we do it in a different game mode, like psych. We're going to do it in training grounds because they'll show a more specific or more good example of this. By the way, we're on number 5 or 6. And, sorry, I lost track count. My bad. His attacks do 2,000 damage, and even his dash does 1,500. What I call mid. His super does have a treat. It does a lot of damage in an X pattern, making him have Siphon. And his hypercharge is the only thing really rescuing him. People get sucked into the middle of his hypercharge, dealing damage. And now he gets spawned into the middle of his hypercharge. Next, we have Lumi. Lumi is also kind of broken because of the demonic effects, where she can just spam her attacks and she becomes the most broken brawler in the game. And if I say some words incorrectly or like disgusting and say discussing instead of disgusting, it's my fault because I am a little bit sick and I have a stuffy or runny nose and some cough. As you can see, Lumi can even counter close ranges. You'll be seeing that in a little bit future of the video. As you can see, I use my gadget slowing him down and doing so much damage he kills. I get the kill. And when he brings his attacks back using his star power, he also slows people down. His super, or her super, my bad, and her hypercharge are also broken. I hope I get to show them in this video because it's not the easiest to charge. It needs 2 kills. I hope there's not like a cord here because I do get countered by cord. And that Mortis did kill me. However, that's purely because he had a lot more power cubes than me. If I had even 1 less power cube than him, I would have won. Let's show a more in-depth version of Lumi, showing her hypercharge and her super into training grounds. Her super is basically a stun while you can move. They can't move, but they can still use their attacks. It's pretty balanced. Hypercharge is the same thing, but now there's more circles coming out from the sides. Pause. And I'm pretty sure other star power makes it where there's a fire radius at the end. Now we have Mortis. Of course, some people are going to get glazed in the seasons, like we had Kenji theme, Mortis, multiple times actually, Doug. If they're getting glazed, next we have Poco, who's going to get glazed because hypercharged skin. Should at least do 2,000 damage, my bad. Now, the thing about Mortis, which makes him so good, is he has a flight or fight combat. And he, of course, is hypercharged and is super. And, of course, there's bar. And, of course, yeah, I'm saying a lot of ands. Because he's a really easy brawler to get. He's one of the first people or mythics you get in the Star Road. And he's one of the best brawlers, and he has the most battle pass skins, I bet. I mean, he had his recent battle pass skin. He had the demons skins, or demon versus angels, and now just the demonic skins. And I don't think this glazing is gonna stop, bro. I mean, Mortis at this point has just become the face of Brawl Stars. I think Spike should be next. Though I'm gonna get jumped by Mr. P, am I not? As you can see, I'm using the flight style, which I'm just running away with. Now we have an Ems. Ash actually kind of helps me with his rage meter doing high damage. I get a kill on Ems. Well, she's just clueless about what happened. Now we have an easy kill on Lou, because we see him and he's lowered by Ruffs. And I don't know where at the moment Ruffs is, and shows his location, which makes me get cornered by the storm, dealing so much damage. And with the other brawler, you saw my fight style, which is pretty good. And the bar makes his attacks longer, and I think I'm cooked. And I did tap my super, by the way, but it takes like a nanosecond for it to use, and I was a nanosecond too late. How about we showcase his actual super and hypercharge in the training grounds? Because we have to show at least the main part. They're not just good. He's not just good because of his flight or fight combo. He's more than just that. So you see, I got attacked and the heavy siphon. Hypercharge, the same thing, but his super comes back to him. That seems basic, and it's really broken. His hypercharge. Top 3. Kit. Kit is just really no skill. Right off the bat. I'm just going to say that. You can only name one brawler that's more no skill than him. Even that is Edgar. And at one point, when you get high elo or higher or better lobbies, Edgar actually gets hard to play. Kit, never. And you definitely need the star power that gives you more damage or more power every power cube. Power hungry, it's what it's called. And you definitely need the invisibility gear with the attacking or the invisibility gadget and the gear that gives him more health and more damage. Or yeah, when he's lower health. You saw I have 3 cubes, and I can now with 4 cubes, I can do 4,000 damage. And let's see this Fang. How about we jump him, right? The other Fang comes in. He's like, no, you're my brother. But I still get the kill. Now I'm in a good situation because the wall really helps me and makes me get supported by the wall. Also, Kit is actually a support if y'all didn't know. Wrong emote. And if you want to be an actual Kit user, you can, of course, get the clown emote by watching the Halloween Brawl Talk, which gives you it. And you, of course, have to equip the X emote. Why don't you like to be it like that? And now we have an easy kill on Edgar because he was bush camping for some reason. And if you've seen my previous videos, you know that I'm good with Edgar because he required the most amount of skill. Fang almost kills me. If I didn't use my super, I probably would have got the kill. Him. And I'll have my hypercharge and my gadget. Now, I don't know where anyone is, if there's anyone in the bushes. The eye really alerts me. He uses a super first. If you use it second, that's what you want to do. Same with Miko fights. I get the easy wipe on him, and now I have 11 cubes. Kaze has 3 cubes, and I believe there's a Janet who has 0 cubes, 0 cubes. I don't even know how Janet got this far into the game, because Janet is not good at the game. She's, in fact, the worst brawler, and yeah, I get an easy kill on him, and he uses super, which makes the environment at the end a lot more cooler, and I'll take those, thingy-mabobbers. Alright, I meant the trophies, because usually I don't get first places. Alright, now it's time to cook with Lily, number 2. Now we're going to have number 1 after this. But the only problem is, there's like 10 honorable mentions. Just kidding, there's 5. And they all, I want to make a part 2 because it makes me sound like I'm just doing it for views, because it makes me be like, all right, oh, this video blew up, I'm going to do another one. I don't want to be like that. So I just had to do a lot of honorary mentions, which is definitely lengthening the video. I get a kill on me going, of course, my gadget makes me run away. Also, you do not heal within the time of the gadget. Her damage is pretty good. Only has 2 bars, which is just not nerfed her at all because of her really fast reload speed and her high damage input. Mr. P is going to kind of be annoying until I have my super or my gadget when I know his location. Oh, shoot, I fumbled my super. My bad. No, I thought P would go there. He used the jump pads. Shoot, I think I might be cooked. This is not a good look on Lily. Her super teleports to her nearest opponent, doing 2,000 damage. Her hypercharge the same thing, but now it brings her to the opponent to the Shadow Realm. And now we have a Shelly, probably gonna kill me. Yeah. Oh yeah, I totally forgot about Shelly. I forgot about her. So when I earlier 5 seconds ago said I forgot about Shelly, what do I mean by that? Now I meant that I forgot to put Shelly in the honorary mentions. So I'm just going to put her in the honorary mentions. First, we have PSG Shelly. Who could have thought this? Psych, it's there. No, Psych, it's Shelly. Who could have thought it? Who would have guessed it would be Shelly? Her high damage input is crazy. And especially Now, we can't show it on her because their health is so low, it doesn't really work. Let's go to that big boy and show him how Shelly works. You can, of course, just bush camp with Shelly, which will give you the instant win almost. Now, if you use it at a certain angle, it can do 8,000 damage. For this guy's not working. And it does the super and his hypercharge her pierce through walls. And now we have our second honorary mention being Griff / Reflex. This guy, I can understand. Bro, I used to be a Griff main on my other account until something happened, but let's not talk about that. I got hacked. The high damage is crazy, though. He works kind of like Shelly's gadget, Clay Pigeons. Look at that damage. Look in the corner. 7,000. I just have a video on the side. That's why you can't see the 0. Or, yeah, and then his super is his, like, going through wall, or his super is, like, money, going and getting the kill, which is high DPS, and his hypercharge the same thing, but it goes through walls. Got a third recipient. For this, we have Chester, who is also, I think, maybe below Griff, symbolizing how good he is. He is a man of mystery. His attacks have a lot of variety, and with his star power, it can make it so his first attack does almost double damage. His super, he has a lot of too, because he's a man of mystery. One of them, of course, gives them health. One of them has a radius where it slows opponents down, dealing 3,200 damage, or 3,200, or 320 damage. His other super, of course, has a gas radius around these people, which does damage over time. Now, I could show the other supers, but I'm just going to show the hypercharge because this video is already longer than it should be. But now, you see, that's really OP, but the only thing is it's really hard to get throughout the game. You can only get it like once per match. Even that's probably not going to be in a showdown match. But you never know. I mean, if you're really good at the game, you can probably hit one. Bull has kind of close range damage, which is pretty high, almost kind of like his other fellow brawlers, Shelly and Griff. This, yet again, is an honorary mention. We only have 2 left after this, and then we'll have the final brawler we've all been waiting for. And I hit an Easter egg, which can make you find or know the brawler even before I show you it, or you could just know. Besides high DPS, 4,400, and his super is he dashes into game, breaking walls, and his hypercharge is the same thing, but he takes 80% less damage. Now, we have the last honorable mentions. Both the mythics. RT! I always glazed RT. I'm not gonna lie. I always wanted to have RT. Firstly, his hypercharge was broken, and I already knew it would be. 1,400 to 2,800 damage. That's broken. That's just really broken. Oh, then a super. Also can levitate over walls. He can just 3,800 damage on his second attack. Oh, and then just his hypercharge. Now, this is kind of like Chester's. It takes a long time to reload, so I can understand it. Also, it's not that good if it takes that long to charge. If you get 1 per game, it doesn't matter. Now we have our last honorary mention. A brawler who also got glazed. We have Doug. Doug's kind of has a attack range like Jackie. And his wiener dog is spiritual and the holy grail of all wiener dogs. It gives him and his teammates, if you throw it at your teammates, a second life. And I'm not going to show that, but not because I'm trying to be, like, mean to you guys. It's because it's going to take a long time to show because those bots do, like, 400 damage. And if you didn't see, I'm unlocking him in the Star Road. Number 1. Also, his hypercharge for Doug, it makes it so he does double damage to him, or his attack radius is next to his opponents. We have Cord. Now, if you didn't expect him, that's surprising because he was in the corner. So 3,200 damage, which he used to have only 2,800. That might not seem like a lot, but it is, especially if you spam all of his attacks. Yet again, this brawler can bush camp and do high damage per second. His super is spawning people in the shadow realm, making him go faster while the opponents go slower. But that's with his hypercharge. They walk normally otherwise. And with his star power, he can give you the magical mushrooms, which make you slower. And of course, take damage while Cornelius takes it and eats it and thinks it's yummy. and gets healed. And yeah, thanks for watching. Also, Kaze is not a part of this because she's an ultra legendary, which kind of means that all ultra legendaries will probably be in this. If you want a part 2, I'll put her in there. And thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and peace.